What's going on, everybody? It's CryptoVision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, you're going to be checking out ALGO, subscriber request. So if you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate it. I mean, this thing is crazy. This thing is crazy. I've never looked at this before. I kind of want to look at like the 3-day, kind of, narrow it down a little bit. I mean, to say that, altcoins are about to enter a bear market, I think you're out of your mind. I think you're out of your mind, right? I just think I think the news cycle has gotten a hold of you. It's gotten the grasp. It's gotten the grasp, right? In terms of what Algo is doing right now, I mean, there's this isn't right, you're definitely not looking at an ABC. I mean, you possibly could. You really possibly could, but this right here satisfies your correction, and then you go sideways. You reaccumulate down through here. This realistically, right, looks like a 1-2. Um, I mean, yeah, this honestly looks like some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like you have a 1, you have a 2, you have some kind of 3, you have a 4. Where's your fifth? Right? Where's your fifth wave? Right? Where's your fifth wave? That then could be, right? Then that could be your, A, B, C, something like that. I mean, that's negative 50 cents. I don't think it's going to go to negative 50 cents, right? I don't think it's going to go to negative 50 cents. I haven't looked at this before. My initial reaction, these are my initial reactions to this. For a retrace level, okay, let's get into it. From this low, we're going to take this low to this high. Okay, a retrace, just a simple retrace, right? Simple retrace, just 382, probably a pretty big deal, right? I mean, I'm going to mark it a green. I'm going to mark that's a price target. When you're at 14 cents, $1.78 for me, at least how I work, is that's a price target. Okay, and then this 114, right? Those two levels through there. Okay, that could very well be, your right. You're in your A. Okay, you're in a B. You're in a C. A. B. I don't know how much lower I can draw it. Maybe you go down to like 5 cents or something, right? A, B, C. A, B, C. Something like that. Okay. That's what I'm thinking, right? For it to be even if it's a retracement, right? Even if it's, you got 5 waves up for your B wave. Okay. Even if you need 5 waves up for your B wave. Okay. So let's go ahead and see where, that will take us for now, right? For now. So let's go from here to here. Let's go through here. Okay. Do those two line up with anything? Not really. Not in particular fashion. Doesn't hurt to add some more, right? Does it hurt to add some more? I don't think so. There's one right through there. And this 2618. That's a nice target right through there. You got 4 targets to the upside. That's for, just my ideas, right? This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but these are some targets that I could see still be within a retracement zone, and fulfill that ABC, and then still up to the upside, right? The gatekeeper for that, right? Going through here. I'm gonna leave this through here. Right, that's the big 54 cents, right? That is the big deal right there. Okay, and we'll figure out, I'll readjust a lot of these levels. Okay, got one right through here, and you got one more through here. Okay, in terms of, right, if this is an ABC, okay, ABC, I mean, you've pretty much come, I mean, that's the thing. Here's the thing now. So this whole, this being a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you come back down. This is all invalidated, right? Just the more I'm diving into it, because your correction now, you're closing below, your wave 1, right? Your wave 4 can't come down below, couldn't, right? This if this held right here, then you're looking at then that plays out, right? But the fact that this was canceled out, right? So that honestly looks like a 1 2. This now looks like a 1 2. A 1 2. If you got like a 1 2, a 1 2. Okay. It has corrected down through its 886. This has been a very deep correction, very deep. So yeah, definitely not a 3 4. Definitely not. Right? Definitely not. Okay. In terms of areas that you'd like to see get above, okay, I'm gonna actually bring this down to 41 cents. Okay. And this 618 of the correction, somewhere through there. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. So we got some levels through there. Let's see the correction from this. Yeah, your B wave, that's a pretty weak B wave, right to your 382. Not, something that you wouldn't expect, but I mean, with something like this, I mean, how much did this go up? This went up 400%, and then you got this probably looks like 150%, something like that. 123, bro. Gotta be accurate, right? Gotta be accurate. It could add a couple percentage points, Was that 123? 133, added 10%. Okay, so 133%. In terms of where this thing is going, right, this 1272, I mean, that aligns right with that low. I mean, are you really going to come down for a double bottom? Possibly. Possibly. Okay, I'm just going to leave that one there. Wait, actually, at 382, right, of that low to high. I know it. I keep moving these around. It's part of the channel. We move things around. I'm just looking over through here too. Through here, tried to hold this, and once it lost it, it's kind of was in a down phase. And also through here, right? Right below, right? You tried to get above, right below. Then once you got above, you went crazy. And also right through here, right? Reject, got above, crazy. Reject, down low. And then what can we do for over here? Same concept, right? Once you get down below through here, you kind of do like you kind of cup into this area. So I do like that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that one there where it's at. In terms of what this thing has done on this last wave, okay, does it have any sort of trend? You know me, I like to get both. I mean, hey, I don't mind if price action gets, leaves the trend. I really don't. I don't want to see from right there. That's kind of boring right there. That's boring. What about this one? That's boring. Kind of like that. That has more touch points. We'll do that right there. I don't need it on the weekly. I don't need it on the weekly. Okay, so we got a little, a little falling wedge, just oscillating down. Okay, if we invert this, okay, starting to see a different picture, right? Starting to see a different picture. You've already had your bullish breakout, right? Your bullish breakout or your bearish breakout, right? Everything looks like it's been moving up. Okay. In terms of the structure of what this whole thing is doing on the daily, I mean, it's not, there isn't a clear impulse. It's almost choppy. I mean, you could possibly have a, let's put this on here. Oh shoot. Let's put this on here through here. What's that? 618. Nowhere close. No, if this is a 1-2, right? Nowhere close. I mean, the one-to-one extension. That's a pretty timid, third wave, if you ask me. Pretty timid third wave. So, I really don't see a fourth wave. Right. So you kind of have this come up. You come back down through here, then up. It almost is like a. You kind of got like a 1-2. There's not a lot of structure in here. It isn't like a clean impulse. It's not a clean impulse at all. Let's see something. I want to try something. Pardon me. I do want to check out whether or not this 1-2, is there any, I mean, right through there. What about the 786? It did hit the 786 through here. Okay, let's have this idea, right? You got like this 1-2, you have a 3, kind of got like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then through here, this is a tricky part through here, right? This is a tricky part. So that's the third wave, and then come up for a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Possibly. Let's see what that equates to. Let's kind of work through this. So 3. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3 here. Hit the 1618 is right there. That would be kind of like the low of the low. Would be right there. Okay. I kind of want to add this 1272 as well. Okay, so we got some prices to the downside. There we go. Prices to the downside. Nailed it. Cool. So we got prices to the downside. I do want to check out, I do want to add something through here, right? Because it is, this. Yeah, I gotta add one more yellow. I gotta add one more resistant line. Just because that's where the 200 is right now. You found some support through here. Found some support through here. Found some interactions through there. Bounced right there. Rejected. Tried to hold. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Bounced. Okay, I like it. I do. Let me get rid of the fib. Now we kind of got something going on, right? We got something going on, and now I can kind of zoom out Okay, so this is what I got for algo, right? This isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. How the channel works is, right, there are levels of support, or there's levels of interest, okay? So this is a pretty big channel that we're in right now. I acknowledge that, okay? As of right now, the two targets for this chart are for my opinions, these are my levels, right? I would target 14 cents or 22 cents, one of the two. Okay, you're kind of leaning towards more down towards the 14-cent mark, so I wouldn't mind too much if you came back down one more time, back test, and then start going, right? That's an option. The fact that you got a doji candle, you kind of got two doji candles, right? Two reversal candles, so it's not sure of itself right now. I'll go $1.26 billion market cap. It's going to take a little bit to move it, not a lot, more than some of the smaller assets, but it's not going to take a whole lot to move. Prices to the upside, right? Once you get above that 54-cent range, that's kind of the scary zone, right? Once you get up through here, that's scary zone, because are you coming back up to right here to reject? All right, are you doing that? Possibly could do that. Okay. The 97 cents through $1.78 are target zones. Okay. It's not just okay, we're going to one zone. Okay, how you interact with one determines, right, what you're doing. Okay, if you come up through here, and you wick and you reject, all right, could be a hairy situation. Yeah, could be a very hairy situation. You're looking for 5 up. Okay, so you got this 1-2. Right, you got that 1-2. It canceled out this 1-2 because of the correction. Okay. And so what you're looking for is a 5-wave move. Okay, 5 waves up. So you're looking for like a 1-2. You're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a third. So you're looking for a 1, 2, 3. Possibly come down through here. 4. Draw for me, please. 5. That could be a possibility. It can go higher. It could go lower. That's the idea of how something moves. Okay. 5 waves of each wave. Okay. Let me get rid of that one more time. What are we at for time? 17. Okay, let's go through the RSI real quick. The Fu Manchu. The Fu Manchu I use instead of the MACD. It is essentially the MACD. It's free. It's right through here. Fu Manchu, VMC. It is a great indicator, right? You got bearish momentum. You have bullish momentum. You have bullish divergence. You have bearish divergence, right? You got stochastics just like the MACD, right? The blue line, when it's at its 0, it's at the most oversold. What just happened? Oh, okay, I just thought I lost everything I worked for. That would have been brutal. So you have not been this oversold. Algo, not you, but Algo has not been this oversold on the 3-day since right through here, right? You can kind of see, okay, what led up right after that, through here, what led after that, okay? More oversold than all throughout over here, okay? Even through here, right? I know it's not something that people want to see, but dead cat bounce, 71%, okay? It's not what people really want to see. But then you had another one right through here, 86. So the least amount of the pump is a 76% pump from history, right? From history, okay? The RSI looks pretty sad. It kind of looks like a drizzle, but it does in fact support the ABC look that I had, right? Kind of got like an ABC look, okay? Got lower highs, and you got lower lows. Do we have bullish divergence on the 3-day? No, we do not. All right. No, we do not. Nope. It's okay. It is all good in the hood, okay? In order for you to start thinking, okay, this could be it, all right, definitely need to get above. Definitely need to get above that. What about the weekly? Does the weekly have bullish divergence? Nope. It lost its bullish divergence. That sucks. On the weekly, pardon me, you have not been this oversold. Again, same types of areas, right? Same type of areas. So extremely oversold, looking for a bounce. That does not need to be on the 4-hour. Okay, last but not least, 4-hour chart. I do like this, right? You've got some momentum, right? You can kind of see now how the channels work, how the zones work. You're towards the bottom of this zone. You did have some momentum on the Fu Manchu, right? That's good to see. This doesn't need to be on the hourly. Okay, so that's good, right? That's played out very well. This 4-hour is looking like it wants to do something. It wants to, you know, where's this last 3 here? You know, try to stay above something like that. Try to stay above that. And then we keep it on the 4-hour. Let me see real quick. Let me see. Yeah, you got above. You did some of your best work. You did dip below it multiple times right before. You did some good work though too. Just below it, right? Just below it, like through here as well. So I like that. Just an idea, right? Just an idea of you know, whether or not the RSI is headed in the right direction. You did dip just below it, so I do like that. You know, if this is going to be somewhat bullish, if this is going to be bullish in terms of price action, you definitely need to just break this high, 58, and I can put that right there. It's kind of been an area that hasn't treated you very well, right? You kind of rejected through here. You kind of got above it, but definitely the last 2 times you've been held down below it. Okay, got rejected through there as well. Okay. So you got the 58 and then the 47 on the RSI. Overall, right, it doesn't look the strongest. It really doesn't. It kind of looks, right, the 4-hour. I mean, this is a, let me see through here. That's not what I want to do. That is not what I want to do. So the 1, 2. The 3 got, I like that. I like that the 3 got up there, but then, okay, what are you doing now? What are you doing now? I like the 1, 2. I like your 3 come up through here a little bit. I mean, double top, that doesn't look great. Doesn't look great, doesn't look great. I'll add one more horizontal line through here. Really trying to stay above this. Okay, really trying to stay above that 13 cents. Okay. But overall, if you do have a, you know, if you have a 2 and if you have a 1, 2, 3 setup with a 3-wave move, right? Let me get rid of this through here, right? Maybe come down through here, take out these lows, and go. So let's see some possible price targets, and then I'll end the video. It could come down to 13 cents, right? So these aren't going to be as accurate as, you know, me thinking at the lows end. It could possibly just go slightly lower. But, you know, your 1618 is at 16 cents, and then your 2618 is at 17 cents. So still below that 20-cent range that we were talking about, but in between there. And then that would be, you know, your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. More than likely you're coming up through here. This 1 to 1272, right? It's right above that. I really could add something in there. Something like that right there. Yeah, that 1272. Let's use the 1272. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me zoom back out onto the daily, see what we got. Cool. I like it. I like it a lot. So that's what I got for algo. these levels, like I said, they're my ideas. They're just, you see me work through it. They could be completely wrong, but as always, I do thank you for stopping by. I thank you for your time. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. You enjoy some family, some football, whatever you like to do. And so, as always, take it easy. Peace.